Whether you install Quicken from a CD or download it, one of the early prompts is to create an Intuit ID. It asks for an email, establishment of a password, confirmation of that password, and a security question. I've previously set up an Intuit ID, so I'll type in that information. I'll click on Next, and it prompts me as to whether I'd like to sync to mobile. There is a mobile app that allows you to enter information on your phone. I've used it a limited amount and found that it's fairly easy to install, and you can do things like take pictures of receipts and link them to a transaction in Quicken, and so it has some use if you that kind of feature is important to you. In this case, I'm going to click on Don't Use Mobile and click on Next. While it's doing that, you can see some of the kinds of graphs, a spending by category graph that you can view on your phone. I've got to notice now that my registration has been successful, and so the next thing to do is to choose to add an account. There are a variety of kinds of accounts that you can enter in Quicken. In our basic workshops, we typically focus on the checking and cash accounts. Because Quicken is a cash record keeping tool, its strengths are in that as well as the investing and retirement accounts. You can create a balance sheet, but the asset and debt accounts are perhaps not as streamlined or as in-depth as you might like for a very detailed firm balance sheet. So we'll focus on setting up a checking account initially, and Quicken is designed to go online to find your bank and to download the account information from that. If you want to do that, you should contact your bank in advance so that you have set up a password and the capability to do this before you go online within Quicken. For instance, my bank required that I personally sign a document, and then they mailed me later a password to be able to do some online banking. So in this case, I'm going to choose to do everything manually. I don't want to download information, so I'm going to click on Advanced Setup at the bottom left. I'm going to indicate that I want to enter my transactions manually. I'll click on Next. We recommend that, if possible, that you have both a firm and a family checking account so that your income and expenses associated with family and business are separated. So we'll add an account name for our firm checking account, click Next. Ideally, you have a statement that provides an ending balance, and you enter the data associated with that and enter. So this then facilitates reconciliation of the bank statement with your accounts in the future. So we've entered a statement ending balance, and we'll click Next. So we've set up our firm checking account. If we wanted to sync that to the Quicken Cloud for mobile and alerts, we'd check that box. We're going to add another account for our personal checking account. We're also going to do it manually, so we'll click on Advanced Setup. I want to enter my transactions manually. We'll click on Next. This is our family checking account. We'll click on Next, and again, have a bank statement at hand, which we can enter the information from it so that we're set up for reconciliation in the future. You can continue this process to add as many accounts as you have or need. I'm going to also set up a cash account because it's a bit different, and click on Next. So rather than having an account balance, it asks you for the date to start tracking as well as the amount of cash that you have. And so you search your pockets, your car, your purse, wherever you may have cash stashed, and figure out the total available for spending, enter that amount, and click Next. I think a cash account is important to keep a good handle on where a lot of money may be spent on things like eating out. And so having a cash account is a useful way to keep track of that if you'll be disciplined and enter data in that. So we'll click next. With that, we'll finish initially with our account set up, and you can see now in our window we have the family checking with its balance, farm checking, and cash accounts all established.